Hello everybody, welcome. Still bright this time of night, unbelievable, but we've got some great stories. And remember, people have seen all kinds of things from early morning to literally last thing at night. Why are we here? What is our cause? Well, Causey Arch, we did a thing called the Leper Trail. I'll tell you more about what that Leper Trail was all about a little bit later on. But first of all, I want you to imagine driving past this place 100 times. And I know some of you have done that at least. If you're travelling from Newcastle to Stanley, you've probably gone down that road, up into Stanley, along into Concert. I've done it loads of times. I'm sure you have too. And you've heard about this place. Well, it's a railway. That's fine. But I want you to go back to 1603. The very first wagonway. Roads specially built just for wagons carrying heavy loads. Then I want you to imagine the load on the back of the cart weighs 2 tons. 2 tons. And it's being pulled usually by one horse, one gallowa, one cuddy, depending which part of the glorious north you've ever visited. 1603, the first wagonway. Queen Elizabeth I was on the throne. Between that time and the time that the Causey Arch, which is literally the actual bridge itself, is just around the corner, and what stories they've got, literally just around the corner, King Charles, who was held prisoner at what is now Lloyd's Bank, next to Gray's Monument. He played golf where roughly Gray's Monument is today. They made a little special golf course so His Majesty could chip a few balls before his head left his body. Now, think about the kind of time we're talking about. This was built before the Battle of Trafalgar, for heaven's sake. It was built before James Cook made all of his discoveries of Australia and New Zealand and Tasmania. We're talking serious history, but more importantly, a serious amount of death. Our little trail tonight, strange cry off in the distance. Down the track we're not allowed to go because last time we got a very snotty letter and we were almost done for trespassing. Shan't be making that mistake again, and they've put a special sign up for us. It says no public access beyond this point, and if you go up really close in tiny letters it says especially you, Alan. That's what it says just there on the sign. However, this area has witch connections, provable witch connections. It has highwayman connections, provable highwaymen. And I always aim to try and give you the absolute straight stories historically of what's here. That's why we are the ghost historian. Now, beyond that, I've got a cracking ghost story from the Jewish community. We've got one of the largest Jewish communities anywhere in the world in Gateshead. And I've got a story from someone who... Are you getting voices from down there?
Down that way.
But you can't go down there.
There is a path that way, but
is there?
It's off. You've got to go over the track. And
you can't.
Up, but it's like
right. We're not even thinking of doing that. However, I made a lot of very close friends in the Jewish community when I first started. I spent some time staying with a rabbi and getting to know people that went to Gateshead's Talmudical College. And there was a whole group of people that called themselves the Lal Shishi crew. And late at night, after the rabbi had gone to bed, they'd pile into a big van and they'd drive down to see me leaving work at about 2:15 in the morning, and we'd spend half an hour chatting and having a laugh. And they invited me to the Talmudical College and they said, but nobody knew you there, Alan. And when I got in, everybody piled, oh, it's Alan, because they're not supposed to listen to the radio. Nobody has a television. They're not allowed to read newspapers. They can only read, this is the Orthodox Jewish population, they're only allowed to read the bits that the rabbi cuts out of a newspaper. And I was very interested to try and find, well, what kind of things in the newspaper do they want people to read? And it was fascinating. There was 5 stories, and it was all about lambs. The lambs are now out on the hills of Rothbury. And you're thinking, random? So late at night, what was on the radio? Well, it was me. And I got a ghost story from a member of the Lalshishis about his mother and what his mother experienced here. I'm going to take you to the place it happened. I'm going to tell you that story. And as the light starts to descend, and we're going in the tree line too, so I think we'll feel the mood. But first of all, let me show you something. They've got one of the wagons that they used to use, and it's just here. And you've got to remember, people were crushed by the wheels of these wagons. Sometimes young boys were expected to drive them. And it's weird because when you look at collieries especially, they give something like this with a horse on the front, which will be this side. Yeah. And standing here, affixed, you'll have a young lad with a foot there and a foot there, and the reins of a horse, and 2 ton of coal, 2 ton of stone, 2 ton of whatever they wanted in this. Now, it's a piece of absolute history, but it doesn't go halfway to telling you the harm done if one of these goes over you. And we know that people have been crippled, and as soon as if a man's crippled, they can no longer work. So they were thrown out of their colliery house, which to me is beyond offensive. But just before we hit the bridge, behind the camera we've got Hollywood McShane. We also have, you were telling us a story. This is Paul. You were telling me a story in the van on the way down here about how one of your colleagues was doing some maintenance work on the bridge.
I was a friend of mine, his dad was doing some work on the bridge.
Right.
And there was a chap just walking along, and he said, excuse me, could you just hold these for a second?
Right, And he jumped off the bridge. So, we're talking about a site that tragically, and you should never, ever, not even think about taking your life. You've got no idea how many people you absolutely destroy in the doing of. It's like throwing a stone in a stream, the amount of people that you hurt. And there's always something better, literally just around the corner. So let's look at this. Now, the juicy thing is about this bridge, imagine if it didn't have the metal railings. And you see, we're talking about suicides and stuff. Plaque for the Samaritans, who do a grand job to try and talk people down. Of course, it was a job that I did for close to half a century, and I need to touch some wood. Never lost one. And it's because people reach out because they need a bit of love and a little bit of help. And usually what people think is so terrible in the light of the next day, it doesn't seem quite so much. Now, this is 103 feet high. I mean, Tony, you can come and, whoa, don't want to lose me hat, but hell's bells, that's a long way down. I'll let you get into the corner. And if you actually look along the bridge here, imagine the metal railings not there. And they used to allow children, and you can't even imagine it, they would allow the children at the infants and junior school, so we're talking from 4 to about 12, they let them out early because there was no railings, so they could get across the bridge in the light, because they thought if they were going there and it was pitch black, they'd just walk off the side. And an awful lot of people lost their lives on this bridge, including the man who helped build it, a mason by the name of Ralph Woods. And somewhere about, and I don't know whether it's up top Oh, and there's a little small bridge down the bottom as well. Hell's bells, it's a long way down. You know, you think you get an idea of how big 103 feet is.
And then you see this.
And then you see this and you go, oh, hang on. It's one of those things that when you literally dangle your head over the edge, you feel your testicles climbing right the way up to just under your chin. It is absolutely like that. Now, weirdly, this is a place of death. And I know that because the Samaritan sign is there, you know that it's serious. You know that it's a big deal. And you don't want people to put a plaque on and say, all these people died here. But they did. And on 3 separate areas that we're going to be walking today, there are 3 places where there are sightings, regular sightings, of the man who killed himself, who helped build this bridge. His name's Ralph Woods, as I mentioned. Now, Ralph came here before this was obviously built. He was going to build the bridge. Before this, there was a wooden bridge. Just a little wooden bridge. And you got to remember, it had, there's an image on one of the posters just as you come into the country park to say, this is what it looked like. And you see a driver, or a drover, should I say, slamming the whip on a horse to get across this little tiny narrow wooden bridge. Well, why was Ralph Wood so terrified that after he built this bridge that it was going to fall? Well, because somebody built the wooden bridge and it fell. The first time they took a horse over it with 2 ton on the back, the bridge gave way. The man managed to jump to safety before he got too far over it, and the horse fell to his death. Or so the folklore goes. So if you've seen a horse exploded into death in blood and guts and on the rocks below, that makes you think, if we're going to build a bridge, we better do a damn good job of it. So when we walk across this, just remember that. Tony, you can lead the way because you know where we're going. We're actually going down below to the very bottom, the bottom of the bridge. But there's 3 particular places where Ralph can be seen. Ralph Wood, R.A. Wood. There's writing somewhere, Tony. Keep your eyes open. Somewhere on the bridge, he's signed it. And it simply says, R.A. Wood, Mason, because he was a Mason, 1727. And in Victorian times, a local newspaper, the Newcastle Courant, printed this. The Reverend Dodds declared his parishioners had oft seen the spirit of a Freemason on the Causey Arch. One of its creators, Raymond William Dodds, said that he had witnessed this person, a fellow Mason by the name of Ralph Wood. He clearly saw him on the Causey Arch. They believe it is the place, if they place their hand on his sundial and stamp their feet 3 times, his ghost appears. It seems Mr. Wood is still protecting his bridge long after his own passing. So I don't know where this sundial is, but I'm guessing it must be.
That's the way.
It must be down. Oh my goodness, look at this. Let's do it.
Coming back up, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, we have to do it. We always go the extra yard for you lot at home, sitting there on the couch with your feet up, eating a Tunnix chocolate wafer.
Saying, ooh, that looks steep.
Yeah,
And
it is steep.
It is steep.
Real careful.
Really.
Yeah. Oh, blimey. Even the steps are like not fun. It's like stepping down 2 at a time. We're actually heading to the very place where Ralph's body landed, and somebody would have to then go out and pick up all the bits. And here we are, the legend that is the Causey Arch. I'd been for a meal a couple of times to the Causey Arch Inn, which is just across the road. Very nice people, lovely. And I've got a story about me hang gliding in this neck of the woods, but I'll tell you that later because it doesn't show myself in a particularly good light. But look at this, we are now directly under it. Can you see a sundial? Can you see the inscription anywhere? It's on one of the piers, which I believe to be
This.
I believe to be one of these. Now there's supposed to be a sundial and the guy's name, W.A. R.A. Wood rather. And it's just like an artist signing your work, you know, if you've, oh,
The
can you hear
echo.
that?
Wow.
There's an
Yes.
echo. So therefore,
I hear your voice over there.
yeah, the acoustics is amazing. If you were to fall, it's good. Can you imagine?
Oh,
Ah! Wow. And where would he land? He would land probably here. Now it may be that his name is etched on the opposite side. I would love to see it. Love to put my hand where the man who put it together. Listen really carefully. I'm not talking, but I can hear the echo of someone talking. Listen. Can you hear that? What is it? That's spooky.
That's straight.
Were you genuinely hearing the voices?
yeah, you can get,
But the thing is, you can hear it now it's changed. You can hear
The voices have gone down here. Are we going down here?
yeah, well, it's down there so you can look up
Right.
properly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can,
Let's do it.
It goes down more.
That is really odd. If you are lucky enough to come here, and make sure you're healthy enough to get back up them stairs, otherwise you'll be down here living forever in a hut. But check out that echo, that's bizarre. Because you hear the voices, and who are the voices? The voices of who? Tony today promised me it was going to be flat the whole way. This is flat. Flat-ish, right, okay. It's like saying my private part is big-ish, if you know what I mean. Oh dear. Not convinced. Now this is one of the places, and I suppose it's pretty obvious that it would be. This is one of the places where they say they regularly see the ghost of Ralph, and he's leaning on the wooden bridge, staring up at the bridge. Now, I'm heading up there, and then we'll go down by the riverside, because people don't see Ralph from that path. They see him from the shallows, which I'm presuming must be this bit here. But this is the bridge where Ralph's ghost is being seen, walking across the bridge and staring up at his last resting place. Now, I know a lot of this is grown in, and I would imagine back in the day that they were building the bridge, an awful lot of this greenery wouldn't be here. It would just be the stones. But people say that, and keep your eyes open, you never know what you're going to get. People say that it's literally a figure. Sometimes they say they can't see the whole figure. It's just like the image of a torso walking across this bridge. Now, just last week, we were in a beautiful peel tower. The Peel in Corbridge, beautiful. I went in there, and did I feel anything? Was I getting any vibes? And hand on heart, not a thing. And it was busy as hell, and it proved itself to be a building with a lot of secrets. Right now, I'm in the countryside, shouldn't be feeling anything, and the hair on the back of my neck's up. I don't know whether any of the other... Are you feeling anything, Tony, here? Not so
On the
much?
bridge.
Not so much?
Maybe because you're on the bridge.
Give it a try. Are you feeling anything?
Just waiting for stuff to kick off.
Right, okay. Well, you never know. Fingers crossed. I'm going down to the shallows because it's down here that people see the image. And you always wonder if, you know, if...
It's got a certain feel about it, though.
Hasn't it?
It's
What about necromance?
Yeah, I think so.
It's certainly a different atmosphere for walking up along the top there, Alan, the beams down here, mate, I tell you.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we'll dig out the necromancer and have a little...
Careful in there.
Have a little toy. Now, if you want to go over the bridge, it's fine. I'm going to sit on this rock in the middle of the river.
Right?
Okay, I don't mind. It's cool. See what you get.
Yeah. I can do a bit of that,
Have a look around. No, for sure. Right. Oh, wet foot already. Ugh. Right. Let me try to sit in. Oh, hang on, I can turn around. That's better. And keep my feet dry. That's good. Right, let's see what we get here. See if there's absolutely anything at all. You never know till you try. Putting in a little amplifier, which, as you can hear. Come on, Ralph, if you're here. I've just heard a Jewish word, chutzpah. It's just, don't know why. Just with me talking about a Jewish story earlier. Who's there? What's your name? Share a name with me. The sounds of building more than anything. Come on, this is where people have seen something on the bridge. Walking along the shallows. Is there anyone with me? Come on, talk to me. Is there anyone here? Is there anyone here at all? Make yourself known to me.
Is it working?
Tony, there's a little, almost...
Little, yeah, so, like a little cave.
You see it? Looks like somebody could have lived here.
Yeah.
There's rat holes. I don't know whether you can see them. You see the rat holes?
Oh, yes.
So there's obviously a population of rats here. Fortunately, I have no fear of rats. Until they jump out and start chasing, then I'll be off like a girl. But it looks like somebody's actually chipped away at the stone here to make this overhang. You know, if you slept in here, you'd be dry as a bone. No question about it, and yet you would see the rain. And all of the ivy and the only problem is you're above a rat's nest. small price to pay for free accommodation. But they said, and I don't know whether you can see here also, and I have no idea how or who, but there are human footprints in the rock. And they look like barefoot.
Wow.
Don't know whether that's something prehistoric. Can you see them, Tony? Can you make them out?
I can a bit from here. I'll come round and film it properly.
At least that's what it looks like to
I
me.
can't see them.
And I'm being drawn for some reason there. And I don't know why. I'm absolutely feeling it over here. And I don't know, I know we're leaving behind us a site of suicide, you know, a place where human lives have been lost. But I'm getting something here. And I don't know why. And I don't know what. I'm just feeling it. Tony's heading off to see if there's anything going on. Have you tried SLSing, mate?
Oh, I've got all sorts off the bridge.
Really? Have to make sure you send it to Tony so you can see it. That's strange, isn't it? So, Tony, we've got some SLS off the bridge.
I know. I was going to go and do it in front of the show the
Well,
camera.
go ahead. I'm just going to check. Maybe it's necromancer a bit more down here. See what we get. I'm just feeling it down here, and I don't know whether, you know, this whole stream was in full flow when Ralph threw himself to his death. And you see the crag opposite. Tony, look at the stone on your left-hand
I
side.
know.
That's
I've just filmed that.
amazing. It is absolutely amazing.
I've never known SLS alarm so much in a stretch. I mean,
And yet it's dead here, but the bridge is... Have a look over this place.
Yeah, it was just,
If I put the torch on, actually, sometimes it illuminates.
Oh, Jesus, filter. Oops, come on.
And there's nothing, is there?
It's got a
It's got a feel about it, hasn't
It's
it?
got a feel.
It has, absolutely. Wow. Let's have a slow walk back. I am getting something down here, I don't know what it is. Just got to be so careful because it's a bit damp on these rocks. Make sure you don't go down, mate. Right, let me try again, as a song from the 1960s once said. Yep. Is there anyone here at all? Talk to me. And what's your name? What's your name? Is the way back up, Tony, the same way we came?
Yeah.
I had an awful feeling that was the case.
Yes. There's like something lying there and keep sitting up.
But could it have been the guy's body?
Well, it was sitting up and it was there. Weird.
Now, if the body went into a stream that was fuller than this, and obviously this stream has been a lot wider than this, because you can tell the way that the sides are washed up to this height. If you think about it, there is a distinct possibility if he landed in the water, he could have been washed down. Maybe that's why this area
Well, yeah,
is...
definitely there.
You've got it. Paul's got it right there. Is that where they've ultimately found his body? I would love to know. Can't find that kind of stuff out easily though, that's the thing. Paul's setting up some that's where I was sitting. The necromancer's not even talking to me. Is that where the body was? Talk to me. Nothing. Nothing. Tony. I had 2 out of 3 there, and that's after they'd gone off. We've got a few around this place.
Just looking to see where the pendant is.
The pendant.
On the bridge. Is it a pendant?
It's a sundial.
Sundial.
It's very equatorial tonight. I don't know whether... Are you feeling that too, Tony?
Yeah.
It's very warm and sticky. Come on, you went off before. If there's anything here... I'm getting voices to my right. If you're here, just set off any one of the balls for us right now. If you would be so kind. If you could just light one single ball. Just do it for me now. The one in the middle. The middle ball. If there's anything here at all. Didn't hear anything on the necromancer, but if you are there, let's have it. Nope. We got a lot to do. Let's get up there. Let's get up the hill again, just to prove that they are active.
Yeah, it just doesn't tell you exactly
Doesn't
where.
tell you, I know. It says it's on one of the piers,
Yeah.
is the explanation. I couldn't find any better than that. If any of you guys know, though, of course you can tell us. I'll leave it to you, Tony, to lead the way. I shall be a puddle of sweat behind you. You hearing noises? I'm getting noises again here. Frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
We know he's built one somewhere, and as far as I'm concerned, it would have to be somewhere accessible.
I can see a handprint on there. Looks like a handprint. Handprint there.
Oh, there it is, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Wonder if that's Ralph Wood.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, there's two there as well.
I wonder what these were for.
I was just gonna
They're on
say
the other side as well.
That's intriguing.
So maybe there
All the way
was
across.
wood.
That's interesting.
It would make sense, but you're never going to get one single piece of wood
No.
that distance.
Let's see if I can find the sundial here.
Yeah, go for it, Tony.
There you can see all this.
They're definitely there too.
They're not keeping height.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it comes out this way too. Maybe there was a platform.
I was going to say, it's not just something that.
It could be a platform.
Can't see a sundial.
Where's your sundial? It's masonry. We've been slapping it and clacking about.
Standard and anything.
Could have been anywhere on here, couldn't it?
Could have been anywhere, but ferns and everything's up so high now. It could have been. It's all the overgrowth on the stones as well.
Yeah. Oh, you know those rats I was telling you about?
Oh yes, there's the one going up there.
Did you see it?
Yes, yes, yes.
It's just gone up the top of the path.
Just off the steps.
Oh, really?
You had your camera pointing that way.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody caught it. Top stair. Must have heard me talking about them. So
Maybe they'll appear later.
Yeah.
come on out,
It'll be out
rats.
in the dark, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it'll be crawling down here.
Now's the time for them, you know.
You'd think. Come on, I'll sacrifice one of us, Paul. Lie down, Buffy time.
Yeah, I'll lie down. Leave mother.
They'll bring all their friends out.
Dog, two of the things. Big one as well.
It was a whopper. Now you see, realistically, Tony, it could be anywhere on.
Any there?
I'll put your bicycle clips on too in case it runs up your jeans.
Oh. Imagine. I thought there would be a picture online, but
You'd think, wouldn't you? Watch the nettles. It's barely a week goes by that I don't go in with my hands swollen up the size of Desperate Dan.
Take that. Oh, that's a bit better.
Oh, this is worse than you'd think. Ah! We'll watch Tony sprint up as if it's nothing.
no, it's, I knew last time it was. That's
Woo.
how steep it is.
Woo.
You said about 30 yards?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the last time we were here, I mentioned that some of the pathways around the Tanfield Railway and also the Causey Park, the Causey Arch Country Park, were parts of what Tony sent me an email calling it the Leopard Trail. There was no leopards here. I presume it was, I'll give the benefit of predictive text. That rat was big, but it wasn't spotty. The Leper Trail came from an abbey not far from here. It has a name, and it was called High Friarside Hospice. Now, what they actually did with it, they had a massive population who suffered from leprosy. Now, I know everything that you guys will have ever heard about leprosy. You know how skin and sometimes fingers or toes or noses or ears fall off. And in extreme cases, that's what happens. But it's not one of those diseases that you can catch easily, not remotely. But back in the olden times, I'm talking the 1300s, because I think it was about early 1300s they opened the hospice. It was closed by 1370 odd. Just heard literally a footstep behind me, just there. Oh, that was cool. I've rolled my sleeves up because you can actually feel a lot more on your bare arms. Now, High Friar side, the idea was that the wealthy people of Gateshead and the wealthy people of Newcastle didn't want to be looking at lepers. What? In front of my children? I don't think so. So they built this hospice literally in the middle of nowhere because they didn't want to look at those people. And they became targets for the worst part of society. And people would see them and throw rocks at them saying, get away from here, get away from my cottage, get away from my settlement, get away from my village. It got so bad that some people even went so far as to get a bow and arrow and physically shoot and kill lepers. And not just the lepers, but the people from the hospice who were nuns, essentially. They were abbots and monks there, but they were in charge, so they didn't do the manual stuff. And nuns were killed with bows and arrows for taking the lepers on the leper trail. There wasn't just one. It was this forest, and this forest spread massively in all directions to, I think this is not High Headley Hall Woods, which I think is over that way. The whole place was just like this, wild. And to the people of Gateshead and to the people of Newcastle, this was a wilderness. Now that's a wood pigeon. Just heard a strange kind of howl coming from the valley. Now, people didn't come here. Why? Well, originally they didn't come here because this was a place where you'd get robbed, you'd get raped, you'd get murdered. This was a very, very, very dangerous place back in the day. And it gained an even greater reputation because if you came here, you never knew if you were going to come upon a group of 60 or 70 lepers walking in a single lane, being led by nuns. Because people thought even breathing the same air as a leper, and you'd get leprosy yourself. Then you'd go home and you'd infect your wife and your children. People, woodcutters, people who are used to nature, wouldn't cut down a tree and use it for firewood if they thought a leper could have touched it. Superstitious times. And the lepers that were killed were just buried on the trail where they fell. They weren't given any ceremony. They were literally put under the ground. So if you're looking for an area that should be haunted, it should be haunted. There's no question about it. I've got my breath back. Thanks for bearing with me. Let's go on. Whew. And I am lathered. I have made a wrong clothing decision, I think, today. But let's... Yeah, when you said it's just down here, was it as bad as I thought it would be?
Oh, well, that's good.
I think we're there now, aren't we?
So we're back on the top.
Do we? Which way do we go?
So I've forgotten which side of the water we need to be on now.
This side and around.
So it's this way.
I think so.
This is where we've done the leper trail last time.
Yeah, fine.
So
let's do it.
but there's obviously, we'll just take one of the paths off.
Carrying coals. So this is part of the wagonway from the bridge, and up it comes. Can you imagine the strength a horse would have to have
I know.
to get up a gradient like this with 2 ton being pulled behind it. Absolutely amazing. But the thing that's weirder is, where are the leper bodies buried? I know that 3 weeks ago, Kevin Hall and his family were here from Sunderland having an afternoon out, and they saw 3 misty figures floating through the woods just over the bridge. So that's kind of here. So keep your eyes open. Look around. Be our eyes. You often see certainly more than we do. Nearly always more than we do.
Right, so
The river below us is Causey Burn, a tributary of Beamish Burn, flowing into the River Team and the River Tyne. Horses from the carriageway and pit ponies used to water in that river where we've just been. And there's also stories of witches here. And when you look around, you can
Which one's the station?
you can totally believe it.
Railway crossing.
Oh no, that's the coal wagon.
That's a coal wagon,
So,
so we
this,
came
so it is
across.
this way.
We're going the right way, are we?
Kind of.
No, we're not. That shouldn't be the way we're going. We're going that way.
So need to be
So if you on the other side of the bridge then.
off that way, because that's where we came in. There's a coal wagon
Right.
over the bridge. So this is kind of where
Oh,
we
so
are
you
now.
go over the little wooden bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding. We've got to go back down there again.
Well,
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, because there's the bridge. Because there's nothing there. That's just the bridge.
No, you don't go back up there.
No, so it's the bridge, isn't it?
No.
See that rat again?
The rat will be waiting for us. Got all me mates now. Can I just say, there's a certain word that sums up what's just happened, and that word is bugger. Right. Yeah, come on.
No one reads maps anymore. That's probably why we've got it wrong.
Yeah, we rely
all
on
Google
satellite
Maps, isn't
navigation devices that equally let us down. Oh, can I believe this? But hey, we've got buildings here that have got amazing stories. We've got some more tales of haunting. It's weird because when I was doing the research for this place, I found literally dozens of stories. Those that I couldn't confirm, I haven't really delved into. I've left them alone, but I've got a few that are cracking stories, but they're from down. Weirdly, it's on the other side of the river, but we've got to go back across that haunted bridge. Maybe whatever's here's playing with us. Because I did get a feeling from down there, if you remember, that far end.
And that's where we were supposed to be going.
Yeah, it is. And if I fall, I'll end up at the bottom anyway. Just be real careful. Because it's weird because whoever they were made for was obviously like members of the Coldstream Guards, because that downstep's ridiculous. Absolutely. I'm just thinking, is it easier to go? No, probably not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
You're just watching us suffer, I know. Come to get to know what you get up to. Make Alan climb the hill and then make him go back down again. Whoa, right.
We should have read the map at the bottom, not the top.
Yeah, fair dues. I know, Paul, thank heavens you did. Otherwise we'd be walking up the wrong side of the trail. Right. And this is where we saw the rat, so come on, boys. Come on. Come out and see us. Oh. Nearly there. Sorry, everybody. This is what's known as a bit of a wild goose chase. Oh, that's better. Right, now we've got to go back to that bridge and over it. I just want to see that blasted Sundial. And I know for a fact that once you guys get on the case, you'll find it, but it will be 300 yards down the river. Right. And there's the bridge. So come on, Ralph. This is one of the places where you're regularly seen. Show yourself to us, wherever you are. Come on, Ralph.
Just show you that now, Alan. When you go over there, it seems to cross over and come back over.
Right. So we've got 2 more bridges to cross. Seem to remember that being a UB40 song. Oh, it's many rivers to cross. That's the same deal. Not dark enough yet for you, friend. Sorry. You go back. Right. I've not been across to the other side, so. Mosquito heaven. What's your step to? Step 2. Yeah. The way we came down those stairs, the music would have been perfect. If you think about it.
The what?
The music of step 2 and son would have been perfect for us coming down them stairs.
The expression on your face
Yeah.
was fantastic. Like, well, get on with it, lads.
Yeah.
Right, Tony, I'll leave you up front.
Right, it was probably it's a good time to split the stream before we
What?
find where.
We haven't scratched the surface, everybody. Blimey, can I believe it? We've got a story of a highwayman, we've got stories of witches that we're just coming to, and an awful lot more to share. If you'd like to come and join us, it's about £3 a month, and you get all the stuff that we do, including our live show where you can chat with us on a Tuesday that we call the Blah. If people would like to continue their journey, and we'll try not to get lost again, promise, how do they do it?
Just hit the link in the video description or the comments and become a supporter.
Whew.
Part 2 will be there for you.
It's waiting for you right now. Get cracking. Right, Tony, over to you.
Right.
Now,